Hey, what's up, cats and kittens, and shout out to all my Cerebralites. It's me, the Cerebral Diva, back with another episode of In the Loop. And in today's episode of In the Loop, we're going to be talking about Mr. Trapped in the Closet, who, according to this story, should probably be quarantined in an STD clinic. Yes, we are talking about none other than the pedophile slash R&B genius, R. Kelly, Mr. Bump and Grind himself. And look, this man and his penis, like, if ever there was a case for castration, I think R. Kelly is probably it. He's probably like top 5 at least. Like, this man and his penis just cannot stay out of trouble. So it looks like he's being sued by the husband of an Asia Childress. Apparently, she contracted chlamydia from R. Kelly. At least this is what her husband is alleging. And passed it on to her husband. And he is none too happy about it and has decided to file suit against R. Kelly. Now, how he skipped over his wife and got to R. Kelly is beyond me. I guess if anyone should be held accountable for giving you an STD, it should be your wife, since she's the one who took this vow. But of course, we all know how it goes. You go for the person with the money, and that happens to be R. Kelly. Now, that's not to say that I'm defending R. Kelly's behavior, but at the end of the day, sometimes I think that people are so quick to blame the person outside of their relationship versus looking at the person that they're in the relationship with. R. Kelly took no vows to this man. He has no obligation to this man. And so I don't understand how he's even being sued. But hopefully it'll be a frivolous lawsuit and get tossed out. Anyhow, R. Kelly and Asia apparently had a pre-existing relationship prior to her marriage with her husband, who was apparently a sheriff out of Chicago or Mississippi, one of the two places. They had R. Kelly and Asia had a pre-existing relationship. Prior to her marriage, her and her husband discussed this pre-existing relationship that was actually no longer occurring at the time of her marriage. So they discussed the relationship, and she let her husband know that she had a past relationship with R. Kelly and that relationship was over. Then fast forward to 2012, R. Kelly has a concert. She attends the concert, and the relationship is rekindled. It's at that point that she is said to have contracted chlamydia from R. Kelly and subsequently passed it on to her husband. Now, I don't know what's up with people being averse to condoms in 2016. I know some people like it natural. I get that. But natural can cause you to die of a natural death, if you will. So I think that what's scary to me is, especially in the situation where you've taken a vow where you're married. I mean, like, if you're going to step out on your partner, at the very least, have enough respect for the person that you're with to put on a condom. If you're single, I guess, all bets are off. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a single person, the only person who's going to have to bear those consequences are you. So even though my suggestion would be to strap up, at the end of the day, at least you haven't taken a vow to anyone other than yourself. So you're not beholden to do anything, to look out for anyone's well-being other than your own. So back to this story. So Mr. Childress is none too happy with his wife and none too happy with R. Kelly. It looks like he's suing R. Kelly not only for him contracting chlamydia, but he's also suing R. Kelly for the dissolution of his marriage. And once again, I ask, what about your wife? How come you're not suing her? She is the one who acts, but for her stepping out on you, then there would be no chlamydia, there'd be no R. Kelly, there'd be no dissolution of marriage. At the end of the day, I think you have to also stop projecting and look inward and ask yourself, what drove your wife to step outside of that marriage? Because these things don't happen through happenstance. Usually if there's a person who's being unfaithful in their marriage, there's usually a reason for it. And that's not to say that, you are necessarily the reason, but typically it's a person who's unhappy, a person who feels unfulfilled. But none of that is R. Kelly's fault. It's basically the point that I'm trying to make. So I hope R. Kelly, I used to be a huge R. Kelly fan. A huge R. Kelly fan. Now, I happen to be one of those people who unfortunately saw the video of him urinating all over the little girl way back when. And we all know the story with Aaliyah. And when that whole story unfolded with Aaliyah, you know, I was so young and so naive that I really didn't believe that. I'm like, oh, that's just stuff people make up. But now that I'm older and more experienced and my eyes are open to the ways of the world and the evils of the world, I just see him as a pedophile at this point. You know, even though Asia is of age, clearly the age of consent, she's married. So this isn't the case of him, you know, engaging with someone who is underage. It's just another case of just poor decision making. I mean, you're R. Kelly, for God's sake. You could pretty much have, you know, women are throwing themselves at you. At the very least, just choose people who are going to bring less drama into your life just for the sake of your own reputation and your own peace of mind. So with that said, you guys, I'm going to close this out. As always, in closing, remember to live better, love harder, definitely think smarter than R. Kelly. Remember to follow me across all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Cerebral Diva on all platforms, spelled just as it's spoken. If you can spell, you can find me. Oh, remember to like, comment, subscribe, dislike too. I don't mind a good dislike. It doesn't bother me one bit. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic day and be safe. Bye.